everyone, Justin White here, Senior Health Services. Thank you so much for watching and welcome to Medicare Monday. We're going to talk about the age-old question of whether I should sign up for Medicare or just stay in my employer group insurance. Comes up all the time, and there's a couple of different ways that you can handle it. The easiest way to look at it, the easy low-hanging fruit, is if you're in a small company with fewer than 20 employees, you need to go ahead and get into Medicare. You lose some of the protections that the larger groups have once you get below 20 employees, and there are situations that come up whereby you could be fined later on by not signing up for Medicare Part B when you turn 65, and we do not want anything like that. As far as more than 20 employees, that's what we're going to primarily focus on today. You're in a larger group, sometimes you're in gigantic groups. At that point, it really comes down to economics, in my opinion. It is a money decision at that point, because you can stay there because you have creditable coverage. If there's more than 20 employees and it's through yours or your spouse's current employment, you can stay on that plan until you decide to stop working if you decide to. But many times, more and more people are on these high deductible plans. And if you're in one of the smaller end, you're more than 20 employees, but you're not giant, the premiums might be kind of high. And Medicare is so heavily subsidized and very, very competitive, you might find massive savings on not only premiums. I had a lady that came in today. She was on a very, very small group paying $2,000 a month for just her. So I'm like, oh my gosh, this is Christmas time all day for you. That's an example of what I'm talking about. Do the comparison and figure out which one's going to be the better deal. And you'll find that the premiums on Medicare sometimes are a lot less expensive than on those group insurance plans, depending upon, how much the company is subsidizing. The other thing is, look at the deductibles. With high deductible plans out there, you might get in there. If you're accessing a lot of medical services, you may be going in there and hitting that deductible, more years than one, right? I've had that happen a lot lately too. If you're paying that first $5,000 and then paying 80/20 until you're $8,000 out of pocket, and you're doing that over and over again, that's kind of a lot. And you might be interested to know that most Medicare plans have little or no deductible. And so maybe the premiums are a wash, but one's got a $5,000 deductible and this one has none. And you're not going to know unless you take a look at it and see, okay? So just because your coverage is creditable does not mean that you should stay there. You can, but it doesn't mean that you should stay there. I would take a look at it and see which one is going to make the most economic sense for you going forward, because you do not have to retire to get your Medicare. And as a matter of fact, sometimes being in Medicare and going to work, you're going to save that company money. They won't tell you that because they don't want to get penalized or in trouble, but you might save that company money by saying, hey, you know what? You don't need to worry about my health insurance because I'm on Medicare. And, you watch their face. They may smile a little bit if they let their guard down some, because that can get really expensive. Okay? If you have any questions about your particular situation, if you want to just run it by somebody, that's what we do every day for free. If you don't have a trusted agent, call Senior Health Services. Contact information is here, and we'll chat with you and run that through. We don't charge one thing for anything that we do, and we would love to make a new friend and visit. Thank you so much for watching Medicare Monday. I'm Justin White, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.